On today's episode of The Front Row, we are downtown in the Lubbock Cultural District in the offices and studios of Classical 105.7. And our special guest is Charles Olivier, who is the owner, proprietor of Robinson Strings. They do such a great job here in town. And Charles does a lot of other things as well. We're going to talk about all of those things on the show today. Charles, welcome back to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's great to be back.
So, Robinson Strings has gone through a number of evolutions, and you've become the owner and done that for quite a while. And this year, you've actually moved to a new location. So tell us about that process.
Yeah, so we upgraded. We got a lot bigger. We're almost twice as big as what we were. That allowed us to do a couple extra things. Like now we have lesson rooms. So we'll be offering string lessons. And then also our showroom for our upper level advanced instruments got bigger. So now our inventory is a lot bigger. We have a lot of basses, a lot of cellos, a lot of violins, a lot of new instruments are coming in. And then it also allowed us to start doing more educational type things because now we have the square footage to do it. So last year we did a maker's workshop where people got to come and learn how to do the varnishing process of a violin or a viola. And we only had a couple of spaces last year because we were in that small location. And it allowed us to open it up to almost like a dozen people were able to come and learn about varnishing the instrument and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, wonderful. And this all goes back to your real main purpose, which is supplying instruments to kids in the school systems. Is that right? Yeah, so tell us more about that.
Yeah, so this time of year is the time of year where all of the schools are starting back up, and so we're doing a lot of instrument rentals, supplying supplies for teachers, also supplying instruments for teachers for their classrooms too, and it's just super busy, which is great.
Yeah. So. And it says Robinson violins, but it's really Robinson strings though, right? Yeah, I mean it's
exactly.
The full complement of string instruments, right?
Yeah. So it originally was George Robinson violins. And that was he opened the shop in 1979. So we've been here a very long time. And it's kind of just the evolution of how people perceive string shops. It started off where most of them were all across the country were called somebody's name and then violins.
Yeah.
But nowadays, all of the string shops in the United States have kind of taken violin out of the name and put strings.
Right.
To show it's like, and you do all of the bowed orchestral string instruments.
Right.
So it's Robinson Strings.
Right.
Yeah.
And if I'm a parent and my child is interested and maybe wants to actually look at doing orchestra or something like that, I should come to you to provide them with an instrument, right?
Yeah, exactly. So like we said, we sell all the instruments. We're the only locally owned string music store in town, and we are extremely community and education focused. So we offer pretty much specifically for those new students. We have professional instruments too, but what we really love to do is to have that very first moment of when a kid gets to hold their instrument. That's always such a cool experience when they are getting sized to figure out their size, and you can just see their eyes light up and all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Well, that's absolutely wonderful. One of the things I was astonished when I came to visit you at your old location was that you actually you manufacture instruments, you build them. That's an incredible thing. I mean, the art of making a violin is that's high art. That's a main thing, right?
Yeah, so the shop is now making instruments. We've done about 12 so far. It takes us about 3 months or so to make an instrument. The thing that I'm really excited about those instruments that are manufactured at the shop is the price point that we're able to sell those at is extremely affordable for a handmade instrument.
Yeah.
And again, that just goes back to our focus on education and community. Like we're wanting to offer something that almost anyone in the community can come and get a really, really well-made instrument.
Right. Fabulous. Where is your new shop?
Yeah, so we moved. We were kind of close to Coronado, but now we're at 5102 Salem Avenue. So they have the Pueblo Shopping Center that's right on 50th. We're right behind that. So it's just a little standalone building. The name's right big on the side of the building, so it's really hard to miss if you drive by.
Great. Excellent. The other thing I want to talk to you about today is your influence and knowledge about tango. So how did you get immersed in the world of tango?
Yeah, so I went to Texas Tech, and so around 2012, there was an ensemble called the World Music Ensemble, and we rotated a different type of world music each semester. In 2012, they did tango, and I was not a part of that class because I didn't do a string instrument, which tango music is mostly about string instruments. And I still wanted to be a part of the class, so the professor made me like a little teaching assistant. So I would just help out and set up the room and all that kind of stuff. And I just listened to the rehearsals and followed the scores and all that kind of stuff. And I just fell in love with the music. So that's where it really started, was that little semester at Texas Tech.
Well, it's grown into a thing, and you actually like made a tango orchestra at one point. Is that right?
Yeah, so in 2013, me and Catherine Olivier, my now wife, we were both music education students, and we both fell in love with this music. We actually went to the fine arts director at Lubbock ISD and said, hey, can we do a after-school free tango orchestra for any kid in high school that wants to participate? And some people from Texas Tech and LISD got together, and we were able to make it work. And so in 2013 we had a youth tango orchestra of Lubbock, and at that point it was the only program like that in the United States. It was really cool. It went all the way up to about 2020, and then COVID kind of slowly made it to where there was no participation for it, and a lot of the people around town wanted to try to get it back up and running, but we just didn't have a space for it. Yeah. And so last year we were in talks with the Lubbock Youth Orchestra of making it an elective for their upper level strings to have.
Oh, right.
And so now this will be the first year of it being implemented, and we'll have rehearsals on Saturdays and all that kind of stuff. So
the whole thing is revived. That's super.
It's up and going.
Yeah, excellent. Well, there's so many opportunities for people with string instruments now. You've got, Lubbock Youth Orchestra. They've got school orchestras, tango orchestra now.
Yeah.
And you're supplying instruments for all of that.
Yeah.
That's terrific. So tell us again one more time contact information for people who actually are interested in what would like to come see you.
Yeah. So again, our address is 5102 Salem Avenue, here in town in Lubbock. Phone number 806-701-1744, or you can always email us at robinson.strings.shop@gmail.com. We're no appointments needed. You can just walk in and we can help you.
Super, wonderful. Charles Olivier is the owner proprietor of Robinson Strings here in town. Our guest on the front row today. As always, Charles, it's great to have you. Thanks for being our guest.
Thanks for having me again. Yeah.